Closed captioning for Valley Spotlight is provided by Home Plate Media.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
It's Sunday.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Happy Valley Spotlight Day. And my gosh, this is our producer, Ron, and photographer and editor and all of the things that Ron is to us. He was so excited to tell us all about you and all about this. So, Michael, where are we?
We are at El Rincon.
I wanted him to say it.
Oaxaqueño.
Oaxaqueño.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
Oaxaqueño. And Michelle has been, this is kind of a dream come true for you, right?
Yeah.
That is for sure, right? So tell us.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So we opened like 8 years ago.
Okay.
With like 2 years and up there.
Top of the hill. Okay.
We moved into like 6 years maybe.
Okay.
So we had the first one had like a small place, and now we spend like the whole.
Right. When you first pull in off of, North Road, right?
That's correct.
Okay. You don't really realize how big it is in here and how many spaces you guys have really taken over.
Yeah, and so like I can't believe it because that's my dream. And say for all these guys who come to
Right.
try
right.
like all these food that's from traditional from my country, Mexico and Oaxaca.
In Oaxaca, Mexico.
Yeah.
That's over on the Pacific Coast.
Yep.
So a lot of the tastes here, the flavors are from your hometown, correct?
Yeah.
Do you
All right.
want, before we get to the food, do you own the Mexican grocery store next door too? Or is that just something else?
Same thing.
Same thing. All part of it. Okay.
This
Very
is the
good.
destination. So you eat something and then you can go over to the little store next door and grab some of the favorites and some of the things that you don't see everywhere, right?
Yeah. No.
That is the point. All right, let's get through some of the items that are on the
This
table.
is their signature dish,
one.
Lauren.
Let's go with
it's
this one
called
first.
Tlayuda, right?
Yeah, tlayura.
I pronounced it correctly.
What
Tell
is
people what it
what's
is.
involved there?
Okay, it's like huge like tortilla.
Yes, it's huge.
It's like black bean,
Okay.
cabbage, and you can choose the meat like a steak or chicken, chorizo,
It looks
and queso like Oaxaca chili.
okay.
The more traditional from Mexico. It's like crispy.
Crispy, not your typical tortilla, right?
Right.
This is not your typical stuff at all. All right, where are we going next? I think this one is something
That
that
was
people
like,
are like crazy about these days.
Pizza birria.
Pizza burrito.
Burrito. I like it. I like it. And Michael, what are you chewing on over there?
I don't know.
AP special.
What? Say it again.
AP special.
It is special.
The AP special?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's so
It's got
special about
steak
it?
and seafood on it.
Steak,
Peppers.
chicken, and vegetables.
And vegetables. It's like a fajita, but then the rice is underneath it. I would say. Yeah. Chimichanga,
Chimichangas.
which I tried. Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
There's so many things.
enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Traditional enchiladas.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they have a lady here that makes her own mole sauce
Yeah.
from her own recipe.
And how is it, Michelle?
Same.
Like her, like the face, like I
Yeah.
just was like, oh my goodness, obviously that is something that if you're making that kind of reaction to it,
Right here.
it must be pretty special.
All the food is like amazing.
You're not kidding, because there are people, we deal with restaurants quite a bit, and different types of, food stores, and people are talking about you guys out there. The whole team is here. They are so excited to be able to show off some of this food, but I have to say that the buzz is real. It's coming from all the best places. You guys have a lot to be proud of here, okay? I know we've never met before, but we feel like, we know a little bit, and my gosh, walking in the door, it is just astounding.
This is like more traditional, like more home.
This is
It's like
And
Can't
look
get
at,
more authentic than
More
this.
authentic.
no,
Right, yeah.
and look at Michael, the coffee cup. He said it looked like a little planter, but this coffee,
Yeah.
okay, it's cutie patootie,
cute.
but it's still coffee, right?
All right,
And
we're
real
already running behind.
I know.
Let's get moving.
I know. Fred's like, keep it moving. We have a wonderful first story and a look inside of a building that everybody in Trumbull County has probably seen. But what makes Warren bright is the fact that we got an inside look inside the courthouse. There are few buildings in the valley with as much prominence and as many stairs as the Trumbull County Courthouse in downtown Warren, Ohio. After the county's first courthouse was deemed too small and its second one burnt down in 1895, construction began on a new courthouse in 1896. It was designed by the LaBelle and French architectural firm of Marion, Indiana. Completed in 1897 at the cost of $140,000, the Trumbull County Courthouse has been called the Rock Palace. It's because of the extensive use of sandstone blocks and Richardson Romanesque design. It houses the largest common pleas courtroom in Ohio and was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1974. We have been fascinated with it for years, so we asked for a grand tour. And all of that incredible history brings us to today. And today, Brian Flanagan has the responsibility to make sure the Warren Courthouse is calm, cool, and collected. Every single person who walks in could technically judge his work.
We just did a $1.5 million project, HVAC project in the Harris.
Brian is the head of the HVAC department. He's worked for Trumbull County for over 20 years, and 6 of them have been dedicated to this building.
We did all new VAV boxes throughout the with water reheats and then electric heats up in the attic. So we're good to go probably for another hopefully 25, 27 years.
Brian and his team accomplished the HVAC upgrade in less than a year while everyone who still works inside the courthouse was going about their business. He was the perfect person to give us a look inside the soul of this incredible structure. We started in the basement and we worked our way up.
You should come in and take a look at it. Walk around wherever you can just to see.
If you've never found yourself inside the courtroom here, now is your chance to marvel at the marble, the woodwork, the pieces of nostalgia and grandness that you just don't see these days.
If I were to describe it outside of this place, I would say it was very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful.
We're lucky to have it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we're very lucky to have this. Just the historicalness of it alone is a gem, especially in Trumbull County.
And then we were the lucky ones, lucky enough to have him guide us up.
Now, this is a place that nobody gets to go to usually.
Did you hear that, everybody? The place that nobody gets to go to.
Nobody unless you ask, I guess.
Ask really nicely.
Yeah.
And we're not in
Correct.
trouble.
We got to see the massive air filtration system,
And all this stuff that you see is all related to air handling and then sprinkler systems.
Amazing.
Yeah, but the architecture is just on all the steel. It's crazy.
and then we made our way up again.
It's like buns of steel in this place.
Yes.
Holy crap. That'll scare the bejesus out of ya.
Yep, the bell tower is loud to say the least, and with one look, you'll know why. It's original to this courthouse.
So we can go up one more, get a good look.
And then we made it up to the dome. The copper has stood the test of time, and if you're wondering who sets that clock, well, that's done digitally these days, but the colored lights, those are still changed by hand. So the next time you look up at the Warren Courthouse, the county seat of Trumbull County, remember the countless craftsmen it took to bring this place to life and the people it takes to keep it alive for generations to come. Scan the on-screen QR code to see if Brightspeed is available in your area.
That's really neat.
I'm still tired.
From the steps?
All those steps.
That's the stair master.
I was not prepared for all of that, but the incredible history lesson, and thank you so much to everybody inside that building for
really
being
cool.
so nice to us. It was lots of fun, and of course, thank you to Brightspeed for making all these great stories possible. We cannot do it without people like that.
Right. All right, break time.
Take a time out, and then Pesto's Test Kitchen. Mike, we were texting about the zucchini dish. You're going to see why.
I can't wait.
Spring is finally here, and now is the perfect time to stop into Aunt Julie's Farm Market in Canfield. They have gorgeous spring flowers, perennials, and tropical plants to make your yard and home more beautiful. Plus, the garden center has seeds, planters, fertilizers, and everything else you need for a super summer harvest. Aunt Julie's Farm Market in Canfield, where keeping it local means keeping it fresh.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In the Mahoning Valley, I work with Kelly Warren. She guarantees to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or she'll buy it. She can also give you an instant cash offer. Go to kellysoldit.com and find out how Kelly and her team can start working for you.
My gosh, look, it's Mark Canzonetta in the Pesto's Test Kitchen.
It is the test kitchen. How we doing? It's spring, and I can see sun, and it looks nice outside, and that's a much better sky than it's been of late.
It's a much better look for everyone, I
Spring
think.
is new life. We're just out of Easter, so it's a great thing.
So what are we bringing life to today in
Well,
this
you know what?
spring?
Spring, a lot of vegetables, and we're going to be doing a lot of spring vegetables, especially from Italy. And one of the big ones is zucchini, artichokes. We're going to do artichokes this week, but it didn't work out our way.
Yet.
Not quite there. So we're going to do a dish that started off in the little town of Murano in Italy, which is on the coast of Sorrento.
Okay.
So a restaurateur back in the 1950s, Marie Gazzi, she made this dish, which is really just pasta, cheese, and zucchini. But you see how I made these? I've pre-done some of these little zucchini potato chips here. We got to fry some of those on. So we're going to bring some extra virgin olive oil here in the saute pan. Some really, really good. And we use Quarto every week. We use it in my restaurant. We use it here. And we're going to heat that up. And, you know, we just want to slice some zucchini, cut the end off. And you want to get the smaller zucchinis. You don't want to get the big ones like at the end of the year.
You don't want to get the big ones?
Well, at the end of the year, we'll make koguts, which my grandma, one of my favorite dishes, will do that. So you want to slice these about 1/8 of an inch thick. And if you want to sit here all day and slice them like this, but a great little culinary hack, and we're going to talk about hacks a lot in the future, is you get this little device called a Baron riser or a mandolin, okay? And it usually has a guard. I don't use it because I'm an idiot, but you just want to slice those.
Very careful.
Very careful,
very
except for that one Christmas Eve at Aunt Regina's house where I had to put my finger back together with super glue. So we're just going to slice these nice and thin, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. And you don't really need the guard until you get down really, really to the end of this. But just remember, this is like a guillotine, and we know what a guillotine does. So
cut you right off.
It'll cut you right off. So we got a good amount of this. Now, for 4 people, you're going to need about 2 pounds of zucchini, because it takes a lot of zucchini because all the water cooks out of it.
That's 2 pounds of zucchini right there?
That was 2 pounds of zucchini.
My gosh.
So we're going to cook this off. We're actually going to pan fry it in some olive oil. We're just going to wait that just to get a little bit hotter. This is extra virgin olive oil, so it has a smoke temperature of around 375 to 400 degrees. and it's got great flavor. So we're just gonna start putting these in, you know, just like this. You see how they're already sizzling? Because you gotta have that sizzle. You're not cooking unless you have that sizzle. So we're just gonna put these in here just like this, and we're just gonna let them get happy in the oil. We're gonna like give them a little hot tub right now. And you see how that's sizzling, Ronnie?
We like that.
And you wanna go single file. You don't want to put them on top of each other because they really have to fry. I should actually technically have a little bit more olive oil in here, but this will work just fine. And we're going to use this olive oil at the end to make the pasta dish for, because you know in Italy we don't throw anything away.
No,
Or here.
absolutely not.
You know, economic times are a little bit tough. Extra virgin olive oil, and be careful with your extra virgin olive oil. Buy it from a quality vendor. Because you know there's a lot of fake olive oil out there right now. They cut it with a lot of seed oil and a lot of green chlorophyll, so they can color that. So just like that, Lauren. And you know, once they start to get a little bit happy, we're gonna flip them over and we're gonna make these little potato chips, and then we're gonna use the same oil to make the sauce. But we're gonna take that zucchini, once it's cooked, we're gonna lay it down on top of basil leaves so it gets some of that basil flavor with it.
So it warms it up. All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a little break and then
take a
come
little
back?
break, and when we come back, these will be nice and cooked, and we'll go to the next step.
Sounds like a plan.
And it's spring. Look outside.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
Your eyes are two of the most important parts of your body, so it's best to take care of them. Optical Solutions in the Austintown Plaza offers comprehensive eye exams, medical eye care, LASIK and cataract evaluation, and more. Contact lenses in all types, plus eyewear from budget to designer frames. Optical Solutions is your complete eye care destination. Covered by most insurance carriers, contact Optical Solutions today to make your appointment. 330-797-8780.
Heels is the low-cost living, anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knolls, and Boardman Plaza, Youngstown, and the Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and the Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Find your next meal on the new Eat Local Ohio app. Beautifully curated food content from all the best local independent restaurants, right at your fingertips. Download the app today. Eat Local Ohio.
As you can see, Lauren, that's a lot of work.
That is.
But it can go by fast.
Okay, well,
it can go by fast, yes. Because you have a little bit bigger pan and you get a little bit more oil, and I didn't want to do that. So here's the next step. We're going to take some we use the basil leaves. Italy, we extract flavor from they extract flavor from everywhere. So we're going to put those basil stems. Step back a little bit because it's going to be a little happy to see you. So you just want to infuse those stems in there for just a little bit.
Okay.
And we just want to get a little bit of flavor of the stems. They do it a lot in Italy. They use parsley stems a lot. They use basil stems. And if you don't have basil for this dish, use parsley. It's fine. If you want to have it a little even more springy, add fresh mint to it. Okay? So we're just going to pull those out now. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw down, you know me, I love my roasted garlic. So a few cloves of extra roasted garlic, some slivered garlic, a pinch of salt. And this is really, like I said, a very, very simple dish. We're just gonna put a little bit of color on that garlic because you don't want a bit too much color. And once you start to smell the fragrance of that garlic, you know it's getting happy over there.
Lovely.
And this is one of those dishes for all the garlic lovers because, you know, everybody loves their garlic. And if you wanna slow down this cooking a little bit, and it needs it anyways, we're gonna add a little bit of butter to this, and that's gonna slow down the cooking process of that garlic. So now you can smell that butter starting to get in there.
Look at that.
And we just want to toast that butter a little bit because we want to get those milk solids to toast a little bit. And now we're going to add in all this beautiful potato chips made out of zucchini and the basil leaves that was underneath of it. And it's really just going to light up the flavors of this a lot. Now you would just want to season this when we're done. Salt and pepper, that's it. If you want some spice, you can add some spice, but that's up to you and your family. This dish is really a delicate dish and you don't want to add the spice.
It's amazing. If people are wondering what I'm
Now you
doing
can
with
see
my
why I
phone,
needed so much zucchini, because again, that really cooks down quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some fresh ground black pepper, a little bit more sea salt, and because you wanna control the salt here, because we're gonna add some aged provolone to this. So we have that going. I'm gonna put our burner burned out, so we had some spaghetti cooked in the back. This, of course, is bronze dye spaghetti from Italy, from Rusticella d'Abruzzo. So what I want to say about this spaghetti is, it's a health hack. This is made from durum semolina from Italy.
Okay.
You talk to a lot of people, it's much more nutritional for you, and a lot of people have a lot of problems with American gluten and American wheat.
all we hear is gluten-free.
You get bloated,
gluten-free.
you get things like this pasta is known for people that are gluten-free and they can eat it. So this is really great pasta. I'm not saying to go out and do that, but you can do
A
that.
little test, right?
Yes. So we're gonna add this, and then another hack, we're gonna add some of that pasta cooking water because of all that starch.
That's the good stuff right there.
The good stuff right there. And then we're just gonna start adding in some cheese, and we're gonna make this nice and creamy and rich. That beautiful provolone cheese. Now use the aged stuff. You don't want to use the young one. You want to use the aged provolone. It's a little bit more firm. Okay, now we're just going to bring this all together and let it simmer together for just a little bit. And just the smells coming off of that are fantastic. All the zucchini. And now we just want to get that cheese to melt into the sauce. And that sauce will tighten up because of the thickness of that cooking starch in the water. So we're just waiting for our burner. We needed a little bit more heat today for some reason, but that's okay.
Let's take a little tiny break
and we'll
then
come back and plate.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Wednesday, May 14th at Powers Auditorium.
Come on. Come on. Before I switched to Brightspeed fiber internet, things like slow speeds and random dead spots really brought out the troll in me. I mean, I spent hours causing trouble. But then I switched to Brightspeed's fast, reliable fiber internet, and the rest is sunshine and unicorns. Looks amazing, Barbara.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side. ESPN Mahoning Valley 94.7 FM and 1330 AM. Sports, talk, music, and more for the Valley.
Lauren, I think this is done again. Pasta Nerano. Stanley Tucci has made this famous again. You know, he had that great show on CNN for, you know, tasting Italy, going throughout Italy. He's got a great voice. He's got a great way of explaining things. And he had great subject matter throughout that show. So this is one of his favorite dishes. He cooks this a lot for his family. I believe he lives in England now, but this is one of those dishes that he cooks for his family. I'm just gonna make you a plate instead of even using that, because this is just gorgeous.
So gorgeous is right.
And for me, seeing it's spring, we have all these beautiful spring flavors in there. And I kind of botched that plate. Beautiful spring flavors. A nice Vermentino, I believe, goes really well with this. A nice light, crisp wine Vermentino. Or a Falanghina or something like that. So go ahead and give that a taste.
I need to. Goodness, you too. And so you were telling on off camera again that we could add spice to this if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted to add spice to this to kick up the flavors,
right? And
it doesn't need cream.
needed.
You know, Italy doesn't use a lot of heavy whipping cream for desserts, but they don't use it in their cooking very often. So because they use the pasta cooking water, butter, and then cheese to act as the cooking starch.
Mark, that is delightful. I am not allowed to eat noodles on TV anymore, I think is the most. It's so good.
Now I see why Stanley likes it so much.
Oh my goodness.
This is the first time I ever made it.
This is so underrated. What are we doing?
Well, you do need a lot of zucchini.
We need to do this.
And you should, again, do this in the spring, or if you're able to get the baby zucchinis all year round, use the baby zucchinis, because you want the smaller ones. The big ones have too much moisture, and they get hard on the outside, and too many seeds. But what a great spring dish for your spring buffet with your friends, family, side dish.
Here.
It's going to be on this weekend.
Oh my gosh, this is to die for. And how simple, Mark.
It's very simple. And you know, in Italy, a lot of the rule is the rule of 5, no more than 5 ingredients in the dish. And this is kind of one of those dishes. It just came out perfect.
Nailed it again.
I don't know. I didn't nail it.
You did.
Marie did back in 1950.
Unbelievable. Ronald, stop recording. Come on over here.
Yeah, come on over and get something to eat.
So
Cheers.
good. So good, Mark. Happy
Yes.
spring. Come on down.
Here's the Sorrento.
Safety is our top priority at Barina's Automotive Center when we're taking care of your vehicle. We invest in the latest equipment to service the newest makes and models and keep our team's education up to date on the latest skills and techniques. At Barina's, we provide a free digital vehicle safety inspection so you can actually see what we see and understand our recommendations. Barina's Automotive Center on Robbins Avenue in Niles. Call 330-652-AUTO today and get your car back on the road safe and sound.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
El Rincon. El Rincon? How do we say it?
Oaxaqueño.
Oaxaqueño?
Yeah, Rincon is correct.
Rincon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Centro sobre la O.
What?
With an accent over the O.
Oh my goodness. He's so authentic. I can't even believe it. All right, you know what's authentic in my life?
What?
So we have a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, and one of them has given us a run for us money. I'm not gonna lie. Russa Bossa, you're a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we know Nikki Puccini.
Yeah.
And we also know our friends at Penguin City. And Michael, this story, when you see all these people coming together, you're gonna love it. You're gonna want another dog too.
I hope not.
I'll admit it, I'm probably not going to turn down either one, a Penguin City beer or a dog. And the rule for beer should also apply to dogs, at least in my world. After 2 or 3, it might be time to stop. But what's the fun in that, right? Meet Russell, our 4th dog. He's full of fun, to say the least.
Now look how good he's being, actually. Russell, what a good boy. Yes, you have a snack. You earned a snack.
Yep, that little stinker made a liar out of me that first day we finally had the chance to meet Nikki Puccini. He would sit for her, not for me. Nikki not only trains dogs, but she also wins with them.
I have done dock diving. I have regional dock diving champions. We've competed at a lot of big events. I've done flyball, including at Cleveland Cavaliers halftime show with my dog, Savvy. I have a lot of champions. I've won at national specialties with my dogs.
We jumped at the chance to meet Nikki and join in on one of her group classes at Penguin City Brewery.
It's a perfect place for dog training, I think, because they're already dog friendly. And a lot of people want to bring their dogs, but some people are a little hesitant because they think like, oh, I don't know if my dog could do that. I don't know if my dog is appropriate for going to the brewery. So I'm like, we can teach your dog to be more mannerly in public. I firmly believe trained dogs have more fun.
And she's right. After everyone settled in and got to work with their pups, it began to feel less stressful and far more fun. And just knowing we aren't alone in all of it helped too. Nikki has seen success quickly in her students, including me and Sabina, and her dogs too, of course.
It's just a matter of thinking about how the dog is, how and why the dog is responding the way they are and trying to change that. So a lot of things, you can fix pretty quickly or at least get some sort of improvement.
If you're interested in a Penguin City class, or if you would like to have Nikki help you and your pup one-on-one, don't hesitate to reach out.
You can call or text me at 501-1846, 330-501-1846, or find me on Facebook at Aileron Dogs.
And Sabina and I will never quite figure out how we made it through that whole interview without a single bark from Russell.
Look at, he's been sitting this whole time.
So she can do that for other dogs too,
yes,
I would think.
And all those other dogs that were present at Penguin City. Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. It was really nice to meet them that day.
Fun.
And Russell was perfect.
He was the best behaved.
Why?
That's what you
They
want.
didn't believe me at all. He was an
That's what you
impressive
want.
little pooch. Okay,
All right.
another impressive pooch.
Yeah, Bernie, he's back.
From one book
Wait, we're worried.
to a whole series now, and Bernie had a little bit of a health scare.
I
He's
heard.
okay, but
Right.
yeah, his story just keeps growing and growing. There he is. You might remember Bernie the one-eyed dog. That sounds a little crass, but that's what his owner Sally calls him. And you might remember the book of the same name. Just one book, written by Sally about 6 years ago, has now ballooned to 7.
I know, it's crazy. We have 7 books now. We just released our 7th book.
7 stories about Bernie, who's now 12. Bernie had a bit of a health scare last year, but he has improved dramatically.
We almost lost him, so now we just know we're living on borrowed time. We just enjoy every minute we have with him.
Every minute has been special, and Sally is spending a lot of time traveling and reading her books in schools to kids, where the message of kindness really resonates.
But I'll tell you what we've noticed is there's a real trend in the schools. The schools are really pushing kindness and acceptance too. So it's like we're walking into our home. We talk about kindness and acceptance, and I'll read one of the books depending on if they've read some of them before. And so I'll read to them. And then my illustrator, Shauna Harvey, comes in and she teaches them step by step how to draw Bernie. And it's amazing. And she talks to them about how art isn't perfect and we're not perfect. And so that's kind of our theme through the whole thing, is that none of us are perfect. And we're all different. And so all of our pictures of Bernie are gonna look different, but they're all great.
What a great ride it's been. Kids are reading about Bernie as far away as Alaska in the US and the country of Brazil. And thanks to technology, the books know no bounds.
I've done so many meetings with schools through Zoom, Florida, California, Connecticut. I mean, just places that wouldn't be easy to get to, but we can still do Zoom meetings and read the book.
And don't think 7 is enough. There are more books in the works. Bernie may be 12, but Sally's not done telling his story just yet. There are more lessons to be learned. Are you concocting another book?
We are.
Yeah?
We are. I think the Christmas book is going to be next. I've been wanting to do it for a couple years. And then, so it's Christmas and Bernie goes to the doctor. And I'm not sure which one will come out first, but we're going to have one where Bernie visits the doctor.
Yeah.
Because that's so scary for kids, or can be. So maybe he can help somebody with that.
Bernie doesn't know how much he's helping or just how famous he is in this world, no matter how big or how small the town is.
It's just dreams come true. Can't believe it. When we read at Barnesville last fall, which is down south, I was just looking at the map. It's kind of straight over from Columbus to the east and almost into West Virginia. But we went there and read to approximately 500 kids. And it's an all day, you know, we take them by grade. And so we're there almost all day. And at the end of the day, we were driving home. It was a couple-hour drive. So we were just going over everything that had happened. And I said, Shauna, there's going to be 500 refrigerators around Barnesville with pictures of Bernie, because what do you do when your kid brings home a picture? You put it on the fridge.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, you can get a hold of Sally if you want to, and she'll come to read to your kids at your school.
I like that idea. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
I'm going to keep eating.
Good.
I'm going to go over here next.
I'm going
Where are
to
you
reach
going?
for a little further up.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be back.
ESPN Mahoning Valley 94.7 FM and 1330 AM. Sports, talk, music, and more for the Valley.
Whether it's dinner out with friends and family or your next catered event, Rachel's Restaurant in Austintown always makes it special and delicious. Award-winning cuisine, relaxing atmosphere, and so much more. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight.
We had all these lovely people out here and we weren't sharing our food. It felt a little bit rude, didn't it? I was a little uncomfortable there for a second.
Back here at El Rincon,
I feel better now.
Oaxaqueño, which is in Warren on North Road, and you got to try it. You must try it.
So many good
The chairs even say they have happy tacos.
The chairs? Oh, they do. How cute is that? They're also very comfortable chairs, by the way. Okay, for our Built Strong segment, thanks to our friends from Jugendheimer Industrial Services.
Yes.
We're like doing a little spin on this, all right? Our friend Katie Seminara del Toro, she is the new executive director at the OL Children's Center in downtown Youngstown. And when you see what they have built on one of their upper floors, Michael, it spans the entire floor.
Oh, that sounds
huge.
good.
It's awesome. It is built strong.
Oh, Katie! Oh, wow! It's wow, Katie!
Hi.
Hi, welcome to Valley Spotlight.
Thanks for coming to see us.
This is the first time we've ever been able to have you on our show in this capacity.
I know.
This is also Pizza Joe's.
That's right.
Right? If you've seen her before with us.
We love pizza, but we love wow.
Yes, we do. All right, sister, you are the executive director. You've been here how long now?
Just about 8 months.
Okay,
So it's going very fast. Yeah. But it's great.
We are standing in something that is so cool, so different, so innovative, and a little stressful if you don't know where you're going.
Oh, no. So we are on our brand new floor of the museum, and we are standing right now in our Amazed exhibit. So it's part maze, part puzzle challenges. So it really allows for different age groups to interact, which is lovely. So, you can hear the kiddos hopefully in the background who are navigating their way through the maze, but then hopefully some of the older kids and adults will work on those challenges.
I think that was the one thing that when you sent me upstairs just a few weeks ago, we were down here doing something in town. She was like, Lauren, go upstairs and take a look at this maze.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be amazed. And you don't say things lightly. And I walked in and I was like, first of all, this thing's huge.
It's much bigger than I think people expect,
Right?
but
We're in the middle of it.
we're in the middle of the maze.
It goes like this.
Hello, hi guys. Yeah, we're in the middle of the maze, so it does go on for a little while, which is lovely. And it is a temporary exhibit, though. So as part of our new floor expansion project, this will be here through this year. So you got to get down and see it while it's intact, and then we'll be moving on to the next thing.
Moving on to the next
Yeah.
thing. Well, we don't want to move too quickly. This thing just got here. So
Yeah.
describe to people what it took to put this thing together, what you witnessed, and now, you just mentioned that the different age groups are having a good time.
Oh yeah, so my son's just 2.5. He's a little guy, so you'll see him roaming back and forth. But yeah, the adults even, like some of these challenges are tricky. You try them, you see how you do. But yeah, it's all made of cardboard, so which is really awesome. And the group Amazed is who we worked with. And Chris was here for a whole entire week from California. So it's all hand painted, which was like what took the longest portion. But we had some great volunteers with our friends from FactSet help us put together all the boxes. So the boxes we knocked out in like 3 to 4 hours, but the painting is what took, and putting it in all the boxes in their correct places is what took the time.
Well, it's now open.
Yes.
What time are you guys open on Sundays?
So we are in our new hours now. So make sure you check Google, Facebook, all of those things. Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then Sundays noon to 5.
Noon to 5. If you're watching this show right now, you're like, okay, Valley Spotlight ends at 11.
Plenty of time.
You can have a little snack and then come on down here.
Yeah, or
Honestly,
grab lunch downtown
or
and then
yes,
then
grab
come.
lunch down.
Yes, of course.
She's always at all the right reasons. All right. For people that are maybe visiting us from out of town or would like to know more about what you guys do here, what's the best way to find out?
Visit owowkids.org. That's the best way to get all the information. We've seen a lot of visitors from out of town already this week with the holiday, which is awesome. Or head to Explore Mahoning, the Visitors Bureau site. Check them out. They have a whole new branding thing going on, and they're great with all of the information you need to know if you're coming to explore Mahoning County, as well as the happiest place in Youngstown,
which is right here, in case you were wondering. All right, we're going to take a break. More Valley Spotlight in just a moment. Katie, you got so much going on. Stick with us.
We have a lot to do,
okay?
a lot to see.
Okay.
Yep.
Built strong with cardboard.
Right? It was
That counts.
so cool.
Yeah.
So cool to see that. So go out and see it. It's only there for a limited amount of time. So now's your chance.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Make some noise. Stop, it's coming to town. If you've never seen it, you must. If you've seen it, you got to go again, and you probably will because it's great. And 2 of the performers took time out. They were in Canada.
You're cool, man.
Yeah,
You're
and
cool,
visiting with
dude.
us about the big show.
Never going to be that cool.
I think that it never gets boring. The show is never boring because you're playing with different people and there's really no cap on your performance. There's always a way to level up. There's always something new to try.
Sana Johnson on the left is right about that. Stomp is never boring. How can it be? They play everything from trash can lids to brooms to plastic tubes, 50-gallon drums, even Zippo lighters. And if that gets old, they play each other. John Gavin has been doing it for 8 years.
Rhythm is the most attractive thing. I really enjoy playing rhythms, feeling rhythms throughout my whole body, playing rhythms with others, kind of feeling locked in as a unit is a really addictive feeling because it's such a unique and kind of niche thing that drummers maybe experience either in drum lines or tap dancers experience in an ensemble. So that is just, it's rare to find a performance that you can play rhythmically with one another. So that's what keeps it fun and exciting for me.
But what's exciting for us, the audience, is certainly not easy for the cast. New numbers each year and new performers playing make it a challenge.
And there's 8 performers on stage, and you're not necessarily going to know maybe which are the dancers necessarily, which are the drummers or actors necessarily. Everyone kind of works as one unit. Everyone has a character, so there's 8 different characters on stage, and we work as an ensemble to kind of present this idea, this opera of everyday sounds of just music with what we would call found objects or found percussion, just things lying around either the office or the work site or at home or in your garage or in your kitchen or bathroom. And we're able to make organized sound or music through those objects. And the performers are just kind of the conduit to see that through.
Yep, they do it every night. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't have to be perfect, but they're so good, no matter what's thrown at them. Literally.
We're all feeling the same pulse during the show, and we just transition from one prop to another. We have matchboxes, we have brooms, we have paint cans, we have shopping carts, just a whole variety of things. And it's all about showing the audience how rhythm is in all of our lives and in all of our hearts.
It's what you really are trying to do. Like, how can I make this thing sound amazing and sound interesting? And that's where the magic really comes in, because people are just like, well, how do you make music out of that? And through kind of time and focus and detail and experience, we're able to kind of manipulate these objects to really make them resonate with the audience.
Yeah, there's actually a number in the show called Bags, where we're digging in a trash bag and sort of sorting recycling, and we make music out of those little items.
For 30 years, people have been coming to see Stomp, and they continue. So what makes people keep coming back? Well, part of it is everyone has a little Stomp inside them.
I would say that Stomp is within everyone, and that's kind of what drives it, and that's what makes people want to come and see it. I know several people that have been like, I'm not a theater person, but I really, really loved that show. And I think that's the power of rhythm and the power of music and the power of seeing, you know, your everyday things used in a way that you've never seen before.
You're going to feel energy, you're going to feel power, you're going to feel emotion. You're guaranteed to laugh. You're going to kind of leave the show just having that excitement and kind of electrifying. There's just a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy, but there's also a lot of subtlety. So you're going to feel creative. And it's just a kind of a powerful show.
It's a great reminder of things are good. Things can be fun.
Yeah, there's a creative discovery that happens, and you can kind of recognize and see that within your own life. And it is an entertaining show.
Our RC Compounding specializes in custom medications to meet your individual needs. Our staff can compound medications in unique dosage forms for everyone in your family, even your pets.
For us, we have standards, we have testing, we have personnel training. Everything, every single product that we dispense, we can assure that it meets all standards and above and beyond.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Back here at El Rincon, Oaxaqueño.
Do you have...
I'm almost done.
Okay.
They're open every day, 11 o'clock in the morning, including Sundays.
Yes, till about 9:30 on like most weekdays, then 10:30ish on the weekends.
Right,
so-
DJ on Saturday nights. All right, what you and Kelly talk about?
You know, Kelly and I, we could talk for hours. We might have on this segment, and I don't even really know why.
Okay, it flies by.
And there's like, we're standing in an empty room. Go figure.
All right, let's see.
Wide open spaces. Isn't that like a song?
Yeah, I felt like you were gonna
I was
sing.
gonna start, and then I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to watch this at home and hear my voice, and I'm gonna turn it off, and then I won't watch our show anymore.
Musical edition.
I don't want that to happen to anybody at home or you. So I'm gonna cut it off there. But wide open spaces, the difference between selling a place that is full of, love and warmth, or a blank slate. Kelly, tell me, in your professional opinion, which one are you picking?
I think buyers are about 50-50 on it.
Really?
Yeah. Some buyers need to see a place empty so that they can envision their things and what they would do with it and how they would paint it, where they would put the couch. And other buyers need to say, a couch belongs here. Like, they just need to
tell me what to do, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of split. Some people just like to see a blank canvas and come in and figure it out on their own.
I think maybe it's just because our life is so busy and there's so many things and dogs and babies and books and book bags that, like, to walk into a space and see nothing.
Yeah.
It almost feels like, oh my gosh, this is the fresh start I'm looking for. I have to say that was the impression that I walked in and felt when I came in here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It does make it seem big. I mean, this is a big place already, but it does make it feel big when it's empty and it doesn't have, especially, there's a difference when a house is staged and has a minimal amount of furniture versus when it's very lived in and cluttered like our lives,
Yeah,
So
a little bit.
It does feel different then, but the complete emptiness for you to be able to say, okay, when I move, I'm just going to bring these items. I'm only going to fill this closet,
That is like the life edit button.
Yes.
Right? Like,
We need a reset.
We don't need all of these things. We could just pick a few select things that we love and still make this feel like home.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring up some of the smaller details. I feel like when you walk into a space like this, then all of a sudden the stuff that maybe you wouldn't notice, you do notice.
Sure.
Whether it's the door handles or the light switches, that little stuff.
Because your eye's not distracted or attracted to the things that are in the house. You are paying more attention to, so make sure that it's clean, make sure that things are tidied up and touched up, if you need a little paint here or there, things like that. But it is nice if you can move first and sell the house empty, not just for the visual effect of the emptiness, but also you're not being interrupted with showings, you're not having people come and go out of your space, you don't have to take the dog out every time somebody wants to come see the house,
The dog. Can you imagine trying to sell our house? We're gonna have to die there because our dogs are gonna have to go with it. They're gonna be a part of the deed. I swear, that's true. Right. You don't have to disrupt everything in your world. Yeah. And yes, for these folks that are selling this place, easy. We didn't even have to no waiting.
Right, exactly.
Just sell it, lady.
And if somebody's looking for quick possession when it's vacant, they can move right in. So sometimes people do like that too as a buyer when they're looking.
I'm always afraid to say the address of a place because it's usually gone. And I feel like the second somebody comes in here and sees the potential out here in Austintown, one floor living, huge space, gonna go like that. Do you think I'm gonna be right again, Cal?
I hope so. You should write on every one of them.
I know.
We want them all sold in days.
Try to make those wagers and use my best Kelly Warren hat. All right.
It's our honorary realtor.
Right? I want a little badge. That would be fun. Anyway.
Okay.
TBA on that. KellySoldIt.com is where you can find this one in Austintown.
32 Atlanta Ave.
Very nice. And of course, lots of other listings there too.
And yes, all of our properties are online at kellysoldit.com, and you can call or text us 330-717-2689.
Can I ask what the outlook is right now with the state of the world? Are we still feeling like people are moving and shaking? I feel like it is around here.
You know what? The way that the market works is just how life works. People will always have a reason to buy or sell real estate, so it will continue to sell.
We like to hear that. And do it through Cal, because it's super easy and you'll have lots of fun and you'll make a friend for life. So, all right. Love you.
Perfect. Love you too.
Good thing there weren't more things in the room.
I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
No, it's cute. It's cute. It's a good information.
Oh gosh, I really enjoyed talking with Carl and Julie.
Yeah.
When you see all of the new things, the
They're ready.
new stuff. You know how they're like you don't even know the name of plants. Like I've never even seen these plants. So this is it. The season is now. We are so ready for it, aren't we?
Yes, we are. It's almost time to plant.
Well, you know it is a sign that the season is changing if we are here.
We're here.
With you.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. We roll into April, you know. April showers is going to bring May flowers, they say.
And you know what?
We've had a lot of showers.
You have. I think you're ahead of schedule on the showers because look at all these flowers. We didn't even plan that.
No.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
And Julie's Farm Market out here in Canfield is absolutely stunning.
It's that time.
Okay? For people that
Sun is shining today.
Yeah, waking up with us on a Sunday, even if it's not technically, sunny, it's warm in here.
It's warm in here. Come on out. We're open.
This is the place to be. And I feel like they've made some changes this year. So if you're like, you know what, I've seen a greenhouse, I'm over it. It's not really like my thing. I don't have a green thumb. Just come and see things that maybe you have never seen before.
We've got all kinds of different things this year. A lot of new plants, a lot of tropicals that are new, a lot of different colors and petunias that we've carried this year we didn't have before. And it's a great time to come spend the day here.
Spend the day, because once you see like one aisle is like, an hour, and then the next aisle is another.
Yeah,
and you need to have like a lunch stand
lunch
back there.
stand and a big cart to haul it all out.
Right. All right. So what we have on this cart though, and I would just love to just take straight home, lots of beautiful things for people to start getting their garden beds ready, things like that.
It's now the weather's fit. You can put out your lettuce, your spinach, your cabbage, broccoli,
It's safe.
parsley. It's safe. And then we have petunias outside that have been out for weeks. They're hardy. They can start going in your flower beds, your planters. So there's a lot of things that are really nice now that can go out, even though they say it's not going to frost or whatever, which I believe them. We're getting there. It's about the time. Fingers crossed. And you can put these items out, get a little head start on your fresh lettuce out of the garden, start eating out of the garden sooner.
That is what we like to hear. And speaking of gardens and fresh food that we love out here, corn season is going to be here before you know it. A little rough start to this year. Is it going to affect you guys at all?
I don't think so. We're good. We're about on schedule because we had a little bit nicer weather a little earlier, so we did a lot of things early on, and so a lot of field work was done, a lot of ground prep has been done, so we're in a pretty good position. Got some seed in the ground. We've got sweet corn planted. We've got green beans planted, peas, lettuces, spinach. So we've got a little bit of everything out. So even though it was a struggle, we're there. And now we're in here enjoying these gorgeous tropical plants and these hanging baskets and your flower and vegetable flats.
I was going to say, the basil couldn't look any prettier.
You're ready to go home, and you got your large tomato plant. If you only need one plant, there you go. Take that baby home today. You take that home now. It's time to get those large plants. You can put them on a patio and watch it grow, and you'll be the first ones in the neighborhood to pick tomatoes.
Speaking of large plants, there's one that's tickling the back of my leg right now. I pulled one over here because this is something that I said, you have never seen before.
This is a king sago palm tree.
It's absolutely weird.
It will continue to grow like a big palm tree. You can take it in the wintertime and put it by a window.
I love it.
Put it in a bigger pot. It's very cool.
Very, very cool, as is everybody else out here. So, Carl, where are we located?
We're out here on State Route 46 in Canfield.
Lots of area fruit stands will be opening up here shortly,
Yeah,
too.
end of June, 1st of July, we'll have the satellite locations open.
It's so good to see you.
Glad for coming out.
Good for the soul, man. It's
Enjoy this weather.
gorgeous flowers.
Yes.
And a wonderful family.
We need the colors.
I know.
It's nice.
Don't you love seeing? I love
Yes.
seeing Carl's parents
Right.
in any way. So.
Michelle, how do you stay so thin?
I know. How do you all look so good?
I would eat chips all day long and just
And
keep
queso.
scooping things.
Right?
Do you do that? No. No, because you have willpower. That's why.
They're good. All right,
Yeah.
Michael, tell me about the mole.
This sauce is amazing. Yeah.
Our sauce lady's just sitting right over there.
What's her name? Juana. Thank you.
It
It's
was
really good. You
really,
should try it. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah. And your favorite was Tlayuda, you said, right? And the mole. You like the mole.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love a burrilla anything, and this burilla pizza is.
And we have like the sandwich to the tortas.
You know how sometimes you get it, I don't know, Michael, but I'm used to ordering this in a lot of places that we go to. Sometimes it's like a hunk of meat and like not enough cheese and like it's not all like mixed together the way that you want each bite to be.
Yes.
Every single bite is perfect. And of course, you know, the au jus or the sauce or the gravy or whatever you guys call it, it's exactly what you want. The exact amount of salt, the exact amount of flavor. You're number one, guys. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really.
Yeah.
Number one. We don't really say that too often on this show, ever.
I don't know if the portions are big enough.
It's more for.
It's huge.
Yeah,
you know.
It's huge, humongous. So specials every day. I'm looking at the specials. Monday, soapy chicken, street tacos on Tuesday, a Taco Tuesday. Wednesday's got crunchy tacos. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's is Nacho Supreme. So.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff.
And the drink specials too.
Every day.
Every single day.
You guys have it figured out. So congratulations. I know you guys have been, you know, a couple other places in the valley, but this is beautiful. You have a lot to be proud of. We're just glad to say you guys are friends now.
Yeah, very authentic. Down to the tables, right? From Mexico.
I don't know if you've ever heard of a company called Steel Light, but they are the reason that we're able to come to all of these restaurants. We always like to say thank you to them at the end. If you're ever looking for new plates or new dishes and all that stuff, they're located right in downtown Youngstown. They do business with people from all over the world. So they have a lot to offer, and we're grateful to them for letting us be here, right, Mike?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for you and your entire gang. That was super nice.
Unbelievable. You guys went above and beyond.
I appreciate it.
Very nice.
All right, good job.
And so I will have you like come to try all different.
Come and try. That's what it's about.
And we open like every day.
Every single day, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we had a couple of good dogs and a couple of bad dogs on this show.
All right. So we're going to do a little dog food commercial that you might remember when you were little. And
you weren't alive yet.
And you might not be alive. Even you
Like
two.
you and me.
Yeah. We'll say goodbye, and thanks for everybody for watching Valley Spotlight.
ValleySpotlight.com is the best place to catch up.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
A dog can get mighty hungry when he doesn't get his chuck wagon, because dogs love the soft meat-like chunks, the brown crunchy bits, the rich broth chuck wagon makes when you add warm water. Serve your dog chuck wagon. Chances are he's already waiting for it.
WJKW TV8 Cleveland. It's 8 o'clock.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.